A woman I knew a long time ago was very close with her. We loved each other dearly. And we was always, she knew me as a kid. And I talked to her not too long ago, and she said, Sammy, you were always fun loving. You were great. You had these beautiful, blue, happy eyes. I saw you years later. We always knew each other. We broke away, but we remained friends. She says, I saw you later, and there was a reason, and we talked a little bit. She said, you were so different. I said, in what way was I different? She said, your eyes were cold, glassy. You looked differently. In what way? You didn't look reachable anymore. You didn't look like you were having fun. Like we grew up. Something changed. What year are you talking about? She told me the year. It's right after that, Johnny Keys. I didn't discuss that with her. And I said, well, things happen in life. We all go through emotional things, regular people, divorces, children, deaths that happen in our families and loved ones. We all go through emotional things and we change. Of course, I wouldn't discuss what my change was with her and or anybody else. But
did part of you die that night?
Now,
Sammy?
I know now. What?
Did part of you die that night?
I don't know if part of me died, but part of me changed that night.
For the good? For the bad?
Part of me, no, I think not for the good or bad.
Right.
It was right in other words, I was Gozanosh.
Right. It just
I still
happened.
had a good side. I didn't become the devil and I didn't become an angel. It was like, but Gozanosh was my heart and soul.
Right.
Of course, I loved my wife. I loved my children. That didn't change. I liked people. That didn't change. I was just Cosa Nostra, very, very, I learned a lot of things. I listened to stories, and I once made a mistake that to do something. Oh, let's go beat the guy up. I was asked. And Tato, my mentor, said, no. Someday I think you're going to be sitting in my chair. Listen to all the stories with both ears. Listen to both sides. Someplace in the middle is the truth. Sometimes both people are confused about this truth. Don't use violence right away. Use it as a last resort. Be sure of what you're doing. That is what that door means to me. It's not good or bad. I would become a Don. I would become a boss mentally before even my time, before I became the underboss, before all of that. At that moment, I became a Don. I grew up to the point to being one of the old Dons who sits back with wisdom and knowledge and not jump to conclusions and not want to use violence right away. To use it as a last resort. It's not that we can't, but as a last resort. We want to be sure, 100%. We don't want to hurt innocent people. We got to follow the rules of Cosa Nostra. That's what that means to me. It didn't shut the door that I didn't love my wife.
Right.
I didn't love my kids. I still did. I love people. And I respect people. But I became a full-fledged, high-thinking, not right away to a Don, but mentally I was already.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when I sat with people from that point on, it was a different me. It was more hardcore, more thinking mafioso, for no better words. So that's what that door was to me.
Right. I'm so glad you're making a film out of that, because that's, for me, that incident in all of its forms, and there's so much nuance here that we're not getting into, is a microcosm of Sammy the Bull, of Cosa Nostra, of a big chunk of your life. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And I look at that. I don't think there's ever been a mafia movie made like this. Usually it's, everybody's shooting everybody, everybody's bagging good-looking women, all kinds of cash and drinking. That's a mafia movie. This is going to be something they have never, ever saw. Two mafiosos, one young, one old. I was the young one.
I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?